Chelsea are upgrading their attack by signing one of Europe's most exciting prospects, Xavi Simons. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at what he could offer Chelsea, the potential link-up he could have with Cole Palmer, and the pivotal role that he could play in Chelsea's side. There's no other way of saying it. Xavi Simons is one of the most exciting prospects in Europe. His creativity is absolutely sensational, and his ability to progress the ball forwards is some of the best in Europe. He averages 7.74 progressive passes per 90. That's incredibly impressive for not only such a young talent at 22 years of age, but also for a central player able to drop, pick up the ball, and then move forwards. If we take a look at his heat map, speaking of being able to drop, you can see that he really likes to occupy not only the left channel but also this inside left channel, and it's there that I think he could really do a super good job for Chelsea. He had more progressive passes than any other Chelsea player last season, and I think that dynamic of him being able to drop a little bit deeper, pick up the ball and then move forwards, giving that flexibility, might be the way that Chelsea could look to unlock certain defences. Speaking of unlocking defences, he has 0.5 goal creating actions per 90. That means he is getting a goal creating action every 2 games. That's higher than Enzo Fernandez, higher than Cole Palmer, and also higher than Nicholas Jackson. He is creatively brilliant. He's got a goal about him as well. He can drive with the ball, but he can also occupy space, find space, isolate it, and then move into it to help his team build up with that progression. He is a sensational talent, as I said. At 22 years of age, he could fit this Chelsea side pretty perfectly. His ability to find space and link with teammates is incredibly impressive. Take this scenario as an example. The ball is being thrown in towards a Pender over here. Now what Xavi Simons is going to do is notice that this is happening and then start to make a darting movement to exploit the space in between the centre-backs. As this happens, it happens really quickly. You've got a Pender seeing that run. Xavi Simons is making that movement. Look at him right here. He's going to get the ball, and then once he does, it's about his touch, his ability to then find that space and drive into it. It's super good, and it gives them a huge opportunity to go and score a goal. But on that context and on that particular scenario, I can see the likes of a Joao Pedro dropping in a little bit deeper. I can see the likes of a Liam Delap dropping in and then linking with Xavi Simons to then progress forwards. Those runs in beyond, the movement that I can see at Chelsea is already starting to come to my mind, and it's through this that Xavi Simons is enabled to drive into that space, find a potential shot, and then shoot it into the bottom left-hand corner. It's a fantastic goal, and it happens within an instant. That just shows the quality that he's got, the link play that he's got with his teammates, and his ability to drive and take space. Absolutely devastating. Really impressive. But what role could he play within this Chelsea side? I think there's a temptation to put him out wide because of his familiarity with that position, but also because of the way that he has the flexibility and the option to move in field. But I think moving him in centrally and keeping him centrally allows for more options, and more importantly, allows for a crucial partnership between himself and Cole Palmer. Because of the way that Chelsea like to build up and the way that they like to progress the ball, we know that they like to have their back three once in possession. They like to have a midfield too, but they also like to have overloads within the centre of the park. That's either with that box formation that we know they like, or it's with overloads out on that wing, pushing their winger in field, utilising the width from the fullback. And it's through this that we could see a good link up between Xavi Simons and Cole Palmer, and the way that they're able to then start to create and dictate tempos and patterns of play. If we think about Xavi Simons moving into this left-hand channel, Cole Palmer moving into this right-hand channel from that right-hand space, because of the movement from the fullback coming forwards, allowing for that back three to take shape, all of a sudden you've now got options. You've got options for Xavi Simons to drop a little bit deeper, Palmer to start to make runs in beyond, link up between both of them, and the creativity that could come from two players that are so close together in terms of being creative, in terms of thinking on their feet, the ability for them to work in this system and express themselves a little bit more, I think could really propel Chelsea to that next level. You're then thinking about the runs that they could make in beyond. We mentioned that a little bit earlier with the likes of a Liam Delap or Joao Pedro dropping a little bit deeper. You've then got the option for those wingers or even the fullback to start to make those forward-thinking runs. The flexibility and the dynamism within this Chelsea side could really reap some benefits. And then you're talking about the defensive solidity. Having Xavi Simons in that central role means that you're not taking away one of these central pillars. You're not making them go forwards, although the flexibility from the likes of an Enzo Fernandez being able to go forwards or a player of that like would be beneficial to Chelsea. I think having two central defensive players, giving them that platform to then go forwards, almost unlocks and unleashes the creativity that could come from Xavi Simons and Cole Palmer and the way that they could work together. The relationship that they could have together could really be the building blocks for this Chelsea side going forwards. And as I mentioned previously, the balance within this side, the 5 defensive players, the 5 attacking players, giving Maresca that solidity but also that creativity to go forwards, it could be the real birth of a whole new Chelsea, a creative, explosive Chelsea with 2 of the most creative attackers in Europe. He's breathtaking when it comes to utilising the transition as well, something that we know Chelsea do very, very well. Here he is picking up the ball just in that inside centre channel, that channel that we mentioned earlier, that inside left. It's a key place for him to play his football, and I think there's an option for Chelsea to really utilise that position and utilise him there. He picks up the ball and then is able to drive forwards, but notice how he's driving infield, away from the defender, but also taking that space, taking the space that's been afforded to him and driving forwards. He's got good supportive runs, and it's through that he's able to knock off one challenge. He's got good strength, he's got good ball control, and he's also got the good fleetness of foot and the real grounding to be able to move in past yet another player. He drives forwards and takes the space. He's so good. He fires a shot, it gets a little deflection, but it goes into the net. He is an absolute gem of a talent and a player that I think Chelsea should really be looking to build around, or even getting that partnership between himself and Cole Palmer. It could be a match made in heaven. Before we end, let's take a look at one more. This time he's supporting the play. It's been moved over to the left-hand side, but he's driving forwards into the space that's been afforded to him by the spreading of this defence. He's making a really good movement. He's going to receive the pass from his teammate to drive forwards. And then it's about his close control. Then it's about how quickly he can move the ball with his feet, but also maintaining that composure, maintaining that balance. He's got a great centre of gravity, and it allows him to drift in between defenders. Not only is he creatively really good, not only can he find a pass, but he can also dribble, shimmy, and find his way through a whole heap of defenders, just like he does right here. He takes on not 1, not 2, but 3 defenders before slotting it past the goalkeeper pretty brilliantly. He has nearly everything to offer Chelsea, and in that role on that inside left channel next to Cole Palmer, I believe they could strike up a huge partnership, not only through their creativity but also through their off the ball runs, their decision making, the ability for them to then link with teammates. It could change Chelsea's season and have them become a real threat and powerhouse for the Premier League next season. But of course, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below about Xavi Simons joining Chelsea, how big of an impact you think he could be, and whether you think he's a good signing. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new, and I hope to see you in the next one. But until then, my friends, take care.